Hello friends, welcome to JavaFx 3D tutorial. In this sub-series, we are talking about applying material to 3D shapes. Now we will apply a texture map to 3D objects. Here if you see, the texture map is a checker one, like a chessboard, and we applied that to a sphere as well as a 3D box. So for this example, we will create two objects. One is 3D sphere. So we will design this in FXML using scene builder. After creating the sphere, we will make an FXML entry. Then we will create a 3D box. After that, if you see here in the initialize method, we are creating a texture map. So this is the texture map here. So you can create the map as you like in Paintbrush or any image utility, using that you can create the texture map, or you can download one from the internet for your experience, for your experiment purpose. Just to put a search keyword of a texture map, you will get plenty of them for your experiment, and you can save that image, then experiment. Here if you see, here we are using checker.png. This is the checker.png texture map created using the Microsoft supplied Paintbrush utility, and we are loading that texture map using the new image get class get resource as a stream. Then under the images folder, we are going to place this png file, and we are loading that and calling that as a texture map. So this is actually an image instance, and we are calling that as a texture map. Then, as we already know that this is first step, we create the map and we are loading it from the image file. You can use a JPEG, PNG, whatever image file supported by Java. You can load that, then create a Pong material, and this time we are accessing the DiffuseMap property. So texture material is what we are naming it here, but this is an instance of Pong material. Then using the set DiffuseMap, we are supplying the texture map which we created here. So we are supplying the texture map and we are creating the material. So once the material is ready, we are calling that as a texture material. We can apply that to the 3D shape. Here in this case, if you see, we have two 3D shapes, FX 3D shape, FX 3D sphere. Set material, we are applying the same texture map. Here box, we are applying the same texture map. But if you have different texture map, you can apply that as well, so that both materials are different. So for example, this one is from checker map, and if you have some glassy kind of texture, you can apply that to a sphere, right? All right, now we will go ahead with the demo. So for this example, we will create a new empty FXML, and we will call this as materials sphere. I will click next and use the controller. We don't want to use any cascading style sheet, so we can click finish here. This one is from previous demo, so we will close it. Now we can close this fxml as well, because we want to edit that using scene builder. So from shapes we will put a sphere this time. Here is the sphere, we'll keep it here. This is the sphere, we'll drop it here. Layout X, because we want to transition it. At present it's in the top left corner, right? 126, and here we will keep it as 216. So at present this is the location. We will give a radius of 10. It's just too small, so I'll put 100. So that's the sphere here. Next we will place a box. So in the layout X, we'll give 375 and 216. That's the offset we gave for sphere. We'll use the same offset. Control V, 216. So that's the box. We will give width as 250, height 125, depth 80. So we will rotate this 3D box so that we can see all three faces. At present you are seeing only one face. So in one of our previous video we saw how to set the rotation translation at runtime. Now we will set the rotation here in the scene builder itself, so that when the box is loaded, the time itself it will be in the rotated fashion. So here we will enable rotation in all three axes. So we will use 1, 1. That means here we want to rotate it in X axis, Y axis as well as Z axis. We will give a rotation of minus 45. So it looks good, right? Minus 45. Here you can see the bottom also in the design, but at runtime you will not see it like this. That's also just saved it. So when you select the object, that time you are seeing all. So this is one side, second side, third, fourth, top and bottom. Here you are seeing it in a somewhat deeper gray color. All right. So we will select the box and I will go to code. I think controller was already set. Yes. So we will set a fx ID for the box as box is in selected state, and we are setting the fx ID, fx3d box. Then we will select the sphere. or if you need, you can go to hierarchy and select the object you want. Here for this we are giving FX3D sphere. So this is FX3D box and this one is FX3D sphere. File, save. So this will make FXML entry. Before that before closing this, we'll get the skeleton. We'll copy these to FXML entry and we can close this. This is our controller file. We will make the required entries. So we made such entry many times in our previous video, importing JavaFx XML, then box is from shape, JavaFx scene shape, then sphere is also from JavaFx scene shape. So we just made FXML entry. This time we will choose edit, and if you see, rotation was already performed for the box. XYZ all, rotate 45 degree about all three axes. So that's what we did previously, right? All these entries are here. We can close it. So here if you see in D drive temp 1, we already created a material using the paintbrush. If you want to create, you can create your own. You can even put a lot of circle and apply different color to it. So this is just a checker map for us. So I'm just copying this to the clipboard. Then we will go here. So here we will choose new. Again, use Java package, or you can even use a folder. Here I am using IMAGS images. Finish, that will appear as one more package here. Then right click and paste. Or if you need, you can place the texture map in the same class file. Just to organize it, we have images subfolder inside this Java 3D. It looks like a package, but in physical disk, this will be one more hierarchy in the current class location. That means there is a folder called images that contains checker.png. Next, we will go to the initialize method, and as the code was already explained in the slide, we're just placing that here. Image. So double check when you are importing the package, import it from JavaFx scene image. The image class is available from AWT also. Here we are taking it from JavaFx scene image package. And if you see how we are loading it, get class, get resource as stream, images from current Java file location, go to this folder images, then load checker.png. Then create Pong material, set diffuse map. This is our texture map, and we are setting the diffuse map for the material. After that, we are applying the material to both of our shapes. Now we will rebuild all. This time we changed the fxml name, right, for the third example. So I'm copying this. We already have a single file to test all the example. So we'll rename our previous fxml entry with this new one. So we can use the same static void main. We'll rebuild once again and run it. So if you see, the texture material is applied to the sphere as well as the 3D box. So you can try with a different material. Say for example, in MS Paint you can create your own material, just like you can set a different size, then you can apply whatever material you want and save it with some name, then apply that material to our 3D shape just for experiment purpose. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.